Hello, sweet friends, and welcome back. Chances are, if you have been in the spiritual community for more than 5 seconds, you have heard people say to do the work. So today I'm going to be talking about what the work is, what it is not, and how to actually do it. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine. I am a hypnotherapist, energy healer, nutritionist, and intuitive channel. I am here to really help lead you back to your soul's wisdom, truth, and guidance. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. So, what is the work? This has actually really bothered me quite a lot that so many really wonderful and beautiful spiritual leaders are just telling people, if you don't have what you want, you just need to do the work. You need to do the work. And myself included, there was a time where I was like, well, what else do I need to do? What do I need to do? Show me what this illusory work is. If I know, I'll do it. And it's been a little bit challenging for me to see so many people in power and leadership to just really blindly tell people to do the work. And I think it makes a lot of people feel like they are inadequate. We've been in such a masculine society of work and doing, and we're really shifting now to the more feminine of being. So herein is the first issue with the work. And there is actually work. There is work to be done, but how do we do it? So I want to first begin with what the work is not, okay? What the work is not. The work is not simply doing plant medicine or ayahuasca or combo or psilocybin or DMT, or you name your plant medicine of choosing that you have seen XYZ influencer say is how to do the work. Now, there is a difference between using plant medicine because you receive the call, and there is a difference between doing it from that energy versus I saw someone using this to do the work, so I must need to do it too. There's a completely different energy. And I think that this is where we're seeing a lot of these. I believe if you hear anyone saying that they have a really bad experience with plant medicine, this is why. This is why, because they didn't receive the call. These plants are very wise. They are very wise. They have a consciousness all of their own. All of their own. Every single one of them does. So ayahuasca has a consciousness. Psilocybin has a consciousness. DMT, combo, they all have a consciousness. And I believe that they will find you if that is your medicine. For me personally, ayahuasca and both mushrooms, psilocybin, it was wild, you guys, wild. You will just so know. You will absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, know if they're calling to you. Those two substances called to me. I had friends who have done and clients who have done other substances that have been wildly transformative for them. But here is the thing. You will receive the call. They will initiate you. They will find you. And this can look like seeing them. It was like when I first heard about mushrooms, it was like, I don't remember if it was mushrooms now or ayahuasca, but when I first heard about it, it was like, I literally heard about it 30 times in 1 week. It was coming from everywhere, every direction. And I was like, okay, if this is meant for me, an opportunity will present itself. And sure enough, it did. So there's a very big difference between seeking out these things and them finding you. So next, the work is not just going to healers and therapists simply because you're seeing them talk about that they help people do the work. Again, I see a lot of leaders who I believe are not ill-intentioned by any means, but they think that their modality and their skill set, their way of helping people and clients is the only way. And I believe that it's kind of like this thing. I went through it myself as like when we get trained in something or discover something that really works for us, we then think that this is what's going to work for everyone. And that's not the case. That's not the case. I remember when I first became a hypnotherapist because it completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. I was dealing with eczema that I was not able to get rid of I tried everything else. And here I'm in grad school becoming a nutritionist, and none of the things that they're telling me to do are working for eczema. So I discover hypnotherapy. I do one session, 2 weeks later, the eczema is completely gone. So I then got this belief that, oh my gosh, like hypnotherapy is the answer. It is the solution. And for many things, it has helped so many people. It has helped me tremendously, so many of my clients. But is it the only way to heal? Is it the only way to do the work? No. So if you hear a healer, a teacher, a leader, a guide saying that their way is the way, I would just invite you to use discernment. I would invite you to use discernment. There are a lot of beautiful tools for doing the work. And there are a lot of beautiful tools. There are a lot. And what is really transformative for you might not be what this person you love on Instagram shares is really transformative for them. It might be different. It might be different. And I know for myself, being so intuitive and really being, I think it's because I'm a projector in human design, I'm able to really see and sense and feel other people's passion. So if something works for them, I can feel that. I can feel that and I know that. Like, can't really get by BSing me. I can tell. And I would get really excited though, because here's the thing. I would think that that was for me. And now I know, as I've come more into learning myself, that I'm very good at feeling other people's enthusiasm or their lack of, basically whatever they're feeling. And so if something really worked for them, I was like, oh my gosh, like that must work for me. And there have been countless times where I've done something. So again, I share all of these things because I've been there, I get it, and I want to help you so you don't have to make the same mistakes. Like this is collapsing timelines and giving you the fast route. So you don't have to, and this is for so many things. This is for making money, for your business, for your health and healing, for relationships. Like just because one person says like this is a really amazing way to do it, it doesn't mean that that is your soul's aligned path and the best way for you to do it. Okay. I was just having this conversation with a friend yesterday who was like, I want to really launch this thing and do this in my business, but I'm getting like really caught up in like all these different ways. And like this woman says, like, you know, just do this and this and this. And like, this is how you like get clients. And it's like, but is that your soul's path? It might not be. It might not be. And so, yes. So doing the work, it's not doing what other people are telling you is the work. It is following your soul. So what is the work? The work, my friends, it is tending to your emotional body, your spiritual self, your spiritual aspects of yourself, and honoring what it is. It's honoring the non-physical so that you may see changes in the physical. So this is what I alluded to at the very beginning when I said that we've lived in a very masculine society, a very masculine society. And I believe that that is why it has the name, The Work. If it was called like The Play, which I'll get to at the end, but if it was called The Play, I think a lot of people Who knows? We might be a lot further spiritually. But I think we had to call it the work because in our very masculine dominated society, work is what people think is going to get them results. Work is what people think is what they need to do in order to be successful, to be loved, to achieve, to be healthy. All of these things to have a good relationship. And so we've called it the work. But the work is truly just tending to your emotional self, to your spiritual self, to your soul, to your spirit, and asking, what do you need to feel whole and complete? What do you need to know, to receive, to feel, so that you may be whole and complete? And remember that you are whole and complete, that you are enough, that you are supported, that you are one with the creator of the universe. What do you need in order to remember that? That is what the work is, my friends. And so that may be releasing trauma. And there are a number of ways to release trauma. I think that that is actually one of the greatest things that we can do to remember our whole oneness is to release trauma, but it is not the only thing. It is a very large part. It is a very large part to release the old trauma. It's kind of what so many of us humans we come and we experience things. Everyone has trauma. Every single person. I don't care who you are, unless you're an ET, an alien, which if you are, please come say hello. Please come say hello. We've been waiting. Just kidding. I don't think any of you are ETs. If you are listening, you have trauma. And releasing our trauma is one of the most liberating things. It is releasing a layer from our past, this life or a past, that has led us to believe that we are anything other than whole, perfect, and complete. That's all it is. And so these can be a number of things. We all experience trauma, whether it was one point when mom said, no, you can't have this, or dad wasn't there for whatever occasion, or it could be larger. You experienced rape or these larger things, right? Anything on this spectrum. Releasing this from your body is huge. It's huge. And so, yes, that can feel like work. It can feel like work because it's sticky and it's going to like the depths and places within yourself that it's like, oh, I hoped I wouldn't have to feel that. I hoped I didn't have to feel that. Like, I just kind of wanted to like that was really awful. And I hoped that I could just like push that away. And so that's why it can feel like work, because it's like, okay, it's like inviting this piece up to be like, hey, I see you. I didn't want to. What do you need now to heal? And so the work can be seeing a trauma therapist, seeing a hypnotherapist. It could be doing EMDR, tapping, neurofeedback, working with a somatic therapist, releasing the trauma literally physically from your body and bypassing the brain. Just massage, energy work. It could be doing a physical or emotional detox of sorts. All of these things can be releasing the layers from us that are not in alignment with who we are. I believe what also is considered the work is joy, being in the energy of joy. of laughter, of play. And so that's where I'm saying I think that if we embraced the work as the play or the joy or the expansion, because my friends, doing this is expansion. It is coming into alignment with your soul's true path and true desires. It's one of the greatest things that we can do. I think we just need to name it something different other than the work. But I think that this is where we can get in this trap, right? This is where we can get into the trap of thinking that we need to continue to work. There's just more to do. I have more layers to heal. I have more to release, because it's like we think, well, I'm not where I want to be, so there must be more work to do. This is where I would ask you to begin to tune in and ask, what do I really need? Maybe you just need some more laughter and joy. Maybe you just need some more deep conversations with soul aligned people. Maybe you just need to go out in nature more and prioritize having that time every single day or week to connect with Mother Earth. I believe that for me, it's one of the biggest things. It always brings me back to my home. It always brings me back to who I truly am and my essence, because I can feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And then I go out in the forest and I'm like, oh, none of that really matters. We remember what's truly important. Nature helps us do that. And so that's so enjoyable for me. And I believe that healing and achieving and creating what we desire, it can be through play, through laughter, through joy. So these are what the work is. And I don't want you to get all up in your head. No excuses anymore now that you've heard and listened to this. No excuses thinking that I just don't know what the work is. I don't know how to do it. No, you know. Actually, your soul knows. Your spirit knows. Ask them. Ask him or her, what do you need? What do you need to feel whole, perfect, and complete? And if you don't know what trauma you need to release, that can be a beautiful opportunity to work with someone who does know how that is. I mean, I have seen countless people come to me that are just like, I have so much anxiety, but I don't know why. I help you find it, okay? I know, and I help you release it. So don't feel like you need to know what it is and figure it out yourself. Like, this is where we have healers and people who can assist with this, right? Like, you're not supposed to do it all on your own. And some of it you are. It's a balance. It's a balance, but only you know what that looks like. Only you know who and what therapy and what modalities are going to be right and aligned for you. Okay. And so I would invite you, share with me in the comments below what has worked for you, what you want to try or explore. And I would invite you to invite in more play, more laughter, more joy. And with that, my friends, I'm sending you all infinite love.